Has Meghan Markle's podcast with LEMONADA just been cancelled? Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because has Meghan Markle's podcast just been cancelled with LEMONADA? What the deuce is going on? Well, I think it's close right now because news is coming through that Megxie has delayed new episodes of her Archetypes podcast after postponing her Netflix cookery show following that Vanity Fair article. Now, if you guys remember rightly, she's already delayed this podcast once before. This podcast allegedly should have actually been released on LEMONADA last year. But the excuse then was, oh, well, you know, with her new brand and everything, we're going to let that take centre stage. That's first priority alongside Netflix. And, you know, we'll come out next year, that podcast with LEMONADA. That'll come out next year. This keeps getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, you guys, which is why I'm asking, really, in the grand scheme of things at this point, is this podcast ever actually going to see the light of day? Is LEMONADA actually just going to cancel the whole thing? Because of all these pushbacks, all these delays. Now, let's get through a little bit of the details on this because, yeah, it is being reported that Megxie is postponing the release of her podcast episodes with LEMONADA, which is essentially, from what it's telling me here, Archetypes 2.0. And so some critics have questioned her motives for delay by 2 months, but insiders have said, look, it was an easy decision for Meghan to make when she initially delayed her With Love Meghan Netflix series. Now, according to Hello Magazine, there's another delay, which is her episodes with Archetypes on LEMONADA, and that they have been pushed back yet again. And so the magazine states, quote, Hello understands that a series of new podcast episodes from Meghan has also been pushed back as a result. Now, it was only earlier on this month that LEMONADA released an Instagram post, and they had this picture on, which you can see down here. There's Megxie and her Archetypes podcast. And them saying, look, we are so back with new episodes of Fail Better, Boneheads, Pop Culture Debate Club and more coming out this week. Which podcast are you excited to listen to this week? Let us know in the comments below. What's really telling for me about this post is not what they say, but what they don't say. They don't say, oh, by the way, 2025 this year, stay tuned for episodes of Archetypes for Meghan Markle, this, that, and the other. They don't say that, do they? Now, all this news is coming hot off the heels of reports where Megxie and Hazza have reportedly lost another big multi-million-dollar deal worth $20 million plus. And this is with Penguin Random House. I reported it on this channel, I believe it was sometime last week. But yeah, it is said to have fallen through the cracks, all of this, according to Page 6, when I can get my teeth back in. So speaking to Kevin O'Sullivan for Talk TV, Kinsey Schofield was on there and she says, quote, Page 6 is reporting that Harry and Meghan's $20 million deal with Penguin Random House that they signed in 2021 seems to have quietly dissipated, and that's the story. Vanity Fair is clear and communicating the fact that this is a theoretical pitch that someone on Meghan's team was making. If there's ever a divorce, how much do you think this book would be worth to you? They were very clear on that. She added that Penguin Random House essentially said that they had high expectations for Hazza and Megxie, with Kinsey Schofield adding, quote, Vanity Fair reported how these two, their work ethic is incredibly questionable. Their collaboration skills are not so strong. Is that potentially why Penguin Random House no longer has a deal with them? Well, let's put it this way. It's definitely one of the reasons why Spotify doesn't have a deal with them anymore, due to their low productivity. and one of their executives turning around and saying they're effing grifters. It looks like Penguin Random House has caught on to that. And now could it also be LEMONADA that's caught on to this as well? That's similar to their rival, Spotify. They've woken up to this notion that, yeah, Megsy is an effing grifter. And it's not even low productivity. They could get her on no productivity whatsoever. They could sack her on no productivity because nothing's been released from Megsy on the LEMONADA scene since she was signed on to them. Again, remember, this podcast from Megsy was supposed to have been released on LEMONADA last year. This has already been pushed back once to tie in with the launch of a brand and all this lot. Now it's getting pushed back again. What's the excuse this time? For me, I think this is just a hop, skip, jump away from LEMONADA completely cancelling this whole thing and sacking Megsy. Just like, reportedly, Penguin Random House have done just recently. Because the only thing that Penguin Random House have got from the Gruesome Twosome has his book Spare in hardback and paperback. That's it. Megsy and Hazza seem to have a pattern going on with these contracts. Low productivity. Or, in LEMONADA's case, no productivity whatsoever. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, of course, there's going to be more, you do not want to miss my next video, then make sure you subscribe to join our alternate tribe, because I'll be honest with you, help us now get to 1 million so we can also get that go play button right there and hopefully cause a Meghan Markle meltdown on Instagram. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatevers, and until the next time, you guys, laters.